Look out. Women warriors may be coming to a TV screen near you. A show is in the works reminiscent of the Dora Milaje bodyguards to the King of Wakanda in the groundbreaking film. But the new series would be inspired by the real-life Dahomey Amazons, an elite all-female military unit in the 19th century West Africa. Joining me from Lagos, Nigeria, is the mogul developing the idea, the one and only Mo Abudu, Chairman and Chief Executive of EbonyLife. Mo, it is so good to have you on the show. It is so great to hear that you're developing this idea. Tell us more.
Wow, where do I start? Well, when we started the journey with EbonyLife Television, it was about changing the narrative. It was about getting our stories out there. It was ensuring that we had so much history that nobody was really talking about. Content wasn't being made about our history. So that was literally how we started this journey. So 6 years ago, we said to ourselves, we need to start developing a number of stories. And that started research of those stories. And then I came across this incredible story about the Dahomey Warriors, the Amazons. And I'm thinking to myself, this existed in 1645.
Wow.
Then there was a king called King Hugbaja, who decided that he wanted to form these warriors into elephant hunters. So they actually started as elephant hunters. And from elephant hunters, there was another king called King Baja, who now himself said, I wanted them to be my personal protection unit. Obviously, he trusted the women to guard and protect him more than he did the men. Then another king came later on called King Chezo, who said, these women must become real warriors. And by the end of the 19th century, there were 6,000 of these women that would come out, and they were fierce. These women would take the skulls of their opponents and use them as decoration. They weren't messing around. And this was in the 18th century. And I look at today and I'm saying that, okay, what are we as, where is our place today as African women? We need these stories to relight and for us to understand that there was a time when our women were out there on the battlefield fighting real battles. Yeah. So we got into the development and the scripting and the research. And that was the beginning of it. And then obviously it was like, how do we find a partner that's going to take this to the global screens? And that incredible partner is Sony Television.
And so you've got this partnership, you've got this story, which, as you made the point, is real. It came from Africa from, for many centuries ago, but it shows a different side of black women, of African women. But the story is coming out in this moment of Black Panther, where we've seen women on the big screen, powerful and strong and elegant and forceful. I mean, talk to me about what Black Panther means for your project and how much more excitement it's managed to generate around what you're doing.
I think what I found in Black Panther was that the warriors existed within the I mean, we know that it's a Marvel comic, but we saw these women existing within this, within Marvel. So if it can happen it with Black Panther, the next thing is to say that, okay, how do we get them existing in other forms of TV content, be it film, be it television? I think sometimes it's all about timing, Aisha. It's about the fact that it was ready, and we were just ready to say, listen, how do we make this happen? And I think obviously Sony realized and saw the potential and said, listen, let's really now hone this story in more on these incredible women that really, lived this incredible life back in the 19th century, even before the 19th century. I mean, their history started from 1645. So I think Black Panther has aided that, but it's a story that needs to be told. And there's so many, many more stories like that that need to come to our screens.
I mean, I think it's fascinating. I'm so pleased you're telling these stories. We are having a few technical issues, but I'm going to push on with just one quick question. Black Panther had a very specific, was striking to me personally, because when I saw the women on screen, they were dark-skinned, they had natural hair, there was a very specific aesthetic that came with them, which was empowering, which showed the diversity in the looks of black women. Will you be looking to do the same with this project?
Absolutely. The darker, the better is what I would like to say we need to do. Melanin popping, definitely. we'll be, you know, when those auditions come, we'll be looking for those strong, vibrant women. Absolutely, we will be.
Mo Abudu, always a pleasure to see you. Thank you, and congrats on getting this off the ground. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you so much, Aisha. Thank you for having me on the show today. Thank you.
Thank you. See you soon. And thank you.